Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the makeup-free face except for a red lip today. I just didn't really feel like putting on makeup, so I just have an SPF on right now. I'm using the Suntegrity 5-in-1 still, loving it, and then I felt like because I was filming I needed a little something extra going on, so I just threw on some red lipstick. So that's just my fair warning if you see a lot more imperfections or just if my skin looks different, that's because I'm not wearing any makeup. But anyway, this review has been a long time coming. I've been testing out this product now for about a month and a half, and it's been a journey to say the least. And just as of recently, I've discovered some very cool things about this product that has sort of shaped my opinion of it for the better. Whereas when I first tried it, I wasn't sure I loved it. And I'm talking about the ILIA Flow Through Radiant Translucent Powder SPF 20 in Moon Dance. I don't think Moon Dance is a color. I think it's just the name of the product. I've tried a few different ILIA products at this point. You guys know how much I love their True Skin Serum Foundation. I'm really enjoying the lipsticks that I've tried, and I definitely need to get my hands on some more of their products to give them a review. But when I showed you guys that I had purchased this SPF, this powdered SPF, a lot of you asked for a review, so I wanted to circle back and make sure that I actually gave it to you guys. This has been living in my purse for, like I said, about 6 weeks now. I've been using it consistently. I now have a fully formed opinion of it. So a little bit of the background of this product: it is a non-nano, non-talc SPF that you can apply to your skin. I'm someone who's great at applying SPF in the morning, but I'm not someone who's good about reapplying it throughout the day, and sometimes it gets particularly sunny and I don't usually apply SPF to my neck or chest area. So if it is sunny outside, I do like to have some sort of powder SPF that I can just put on in case I'm caught off guard, and that way I know my skin is protected. There are supposedly anti-inflammatory ingredients in here. It's supposed to be mattifying if you have oily skin. It's supposed to obviously be an SPF and protect you from the sun. The active ingredient in here is non-nanoparticle zinc. And when you think of zinc, you might think of something that has a very heavy white cast. And what I can tell you is that this is a very light powder. So I'm just gonna hop into the review now. Firstly, the packaging. ILIA does a great job on packaging. They have a matte white box that it comes in, which sort of contrasts from their other products that they carry. Usually it's darker packaging, but the white is very beautiful. All the ingredients are listed on the back. There's a set expiration date that they tell you. It is cruelty-free, it's gluten-free. The packaging is recyclable. You get 0.07 ounces, which is 2.3 grams in this, so a decent amount of product. The actual product itself comes in a plastic container, which is very interesting. So there's a cap to it that you can pop off and you'll see the brush. At the bottom of the container, there's a closed position, an open position, and a buff position. So the buff is something that I missed for most of the time when I was using it. I didn't realize that there's even a buff position, but you'll be able to see that if you put it in buff, it's just slightly elevated and you're able to be a little bit more precise. If you put it in open all the way, the brush is a lot looser and you can actually wiggle it around quite a bit more. And then you just put it back into close when you're ready to put it into your purse. I like the applicator. I don't love the plastic packaging. I'm gonna insert a couple of pictures, but it does get very, very dinged up and messy in your purse. So I almost wish it was a darker color. Obviously everything rubs off and you can clean it, which is what you guys are seeing, the clean version here. But let's be real, unless you're doing a YouTube video or a review, why would you clean your powdered sunscreen applicator if you don't need to? I do wish it was a darker color, but I think the applicator is very unique and very cool. One thing I do want to mention is that when I first used this, I thought I really didn't like it because I couldn't see any powder coming out. It probably took around 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times of using this that I actually started to see the white powder collect on the brush, and I knew that something was going on to my skin. So I can't say for sure that there was no product going onto my skin in those first few times because it is a very lightweight powder, and even when I can see the white powder on here, when I actually put it on my skin, it's very finely milled, it's totally transparent, and it doesn't show up on my skin. So my assumption is because there wasn't really anything on the brush, there wasn't really anything coming out of it, but now that I've used it quite a few times, I can actually start to see the product on the brush. The brush is very soft. In fact, I think that's probably the softest of this type of applicator I've ever tried. I haven't tried ILIA's brushes. I definitely want to get my hands on some so I can play around with them for you guys, but my assumption is that this is the sort of brush that they use for their actual cosmetic brushes, and you can definitely see the care and the time that goes into making them. Like I said, they're very, very soft, easy to work around, and it feels really nice on your skin when you're using it. It definitely does a little bit of mattifying. I can put it on right now. So like I said, you really cannot see it on my skin, but you can see it on my cheeks in certain areas where I was a little bit shinier. It does take away a bit of the shine. I don't have particularly oily skin except for in my T-zone, so I can't really speak for someone who has very, very oily skin. However, if you have normal to oily or some dry areas, some oily places, then I think this would work great for you. I just love that you can actually pull the brush back in, put the cap on, and know that it's going to be secure. Like I said, there's two settings, so when you actually open the brush, you can either have it on buff, which is a slightly more precise application. The brush is a little bit shorter and it's just stiffer to work with, so you can be a little bit more precise with where you're putting it. Or you can put it all the way onto open, and that's when you get a very fluffy brush that you can really lightly just dust all over your face. Or if you're putting it on larger parts of your body like your shoulders or your neck area, then that open setting is great for that. Last thing that I want to say, which I think is really cool that I just found out about this product that no one's talked about, and I don't know why it's not advertised more, is that this brush is actually removable. So you can take it out and actually clean it. You put it on the open setting and you can literally pull it out, and there's your brush, and you can clean it, which makes me so excited because one thing I was feeling weird about is that this isn't very sanitary, and especially if you wear makeup and you're putting this over top of makeup, then the brush can sort of get all gunky and you don't want extra bacteria on here. So the fact that you can clean this brush is just mind-blowing to me, and it's magnetic, so it just pops right back in place and then you're good to go, and you can close it again and it's just like new. As far as sun protection goes, definitely when I've applied it, I've noticed that I haven't gotten burned. I don't know if it's like 100% that product. There's not really a way that I can test it. It is dependent on the sun strength. It is dependent on where you're sitting, if you have any shade on you, all that. But I know in my personal experience, I haven't gotten burned when I've been using it. And like I said, I definitely have used it a lot on my neck and chest and shoulder area when I'm caught off guard and don't have sunscreen on there. So for me, it works really well and performs really well. There's just that sort of hurdle at the first few times of using it to actually get the product to be coming out. So overall, I really love this product, and I would highly, highly recommend you try it if you're looking for a powdered SPF. I think it's worth the money. I think the innovative packaging is very, very cool. And I think the fact that you can remove the brush and actually wash it is something totally new for me that I'm really excited about. And I think more brands, if they knew about this, would probably try and do that same application because it makes complete sense. The only downside is how dirty the packaging gets in your purse or bag. It is a little bit bulky, whereas the actual SPF container isn't that wide. So, I mean, I think it is because of the packaging and because of the brush that it needs to be the size. Personally, the size doesn't really bother me. It fits in all of my bags just fine. It doesn't take up that much room in my opinion, and I'm really happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that product down below in case you guys are interested. I hope this was a helpful review. If there's any more information I can give you on this product, please just ask me in the comments down below and I'll be sure to answer all of your questions or do my best to answer them. If not, I can go ahead and contact the company and I'm sure they would be happy to answer them as well. So that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and you found it helpful if you've been considering buying this product. As always, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe down below for videos always featuring clean green beauty. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend or rest of the week. Whenever you're watching this, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye!